younger than I am, people that are younger than I am could face more poverty in Canada in the next 12 years, 8 to 12 years. Well, but I mean, I think by the time Trump is finished, Canada, because it's not about that, it's about warfare. It's about taking your continent to its knees so you can develop an oligarchy. You can have a nation that's unified. But see, Canada says, well, let's be Canada, America strong, right? But you don't realize that Donald Trump considers that Canada is a burden to his economic sense of well-being, right? And so that's why he's saying, okay, you want to be part of us, you do what we say when we want. What he should say, and that's basically what he's saying, is now, because your dollar is only 67 cents, we're going to make it 25%. So it's 125% compared. Okay, so it's $1.25, and if our dollar's 67 cents, then how much we pay more, and how much we get less, right? So that's the thing. So what is the poverty? The difference. Whoops, hold on. That's not the right one. This is the right one right here. So what is the dispersion? What is the financial difference, right? So if you say in Mexico they're making nothing, so when is it going to be that Canada, the population of Canada, let's see what it is here today. Population of Canada, 40 million. Canada proud, Canada strong. Canada is a country in North America. It's 10 provinces and 3 territories extend from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean and northward into the Arctic Ocean, making it the world's second largest country by total area. With the world's longest coastline. Capital, Ottawa. CO2 emissions, family. Wow. Gross GDP 1.2% annual. Gross domestic product 2.142 trillion US dollars. So if we add 20, so if we take 25% off of that already, right there, right? God, that's terrible. 25% of 1.2 or 2.1 trillion, 142. Yeah, we're gonna be sucking the hind tit big time here quickly. Gross national income. Wow. Oh, that's terrible. What's the personal wealth of a Canadian? It doesn't say that. It doesn't really say the real time here. You know what I mean? So what we say, the personal wealth of Canadians. Personal wealth here. Let's see what the personal wealth of individual Canadians is compared to. Well, what we should do is look at poverty levels. Poverty statistic. About the poverty statistic. 9.9. Holy fuck, is that high? That is crazy high. And you know why? It's because of the RCMP, guys. That's why. Yeah, it's because of individual people like running too much. They have too much power. People can't get jobs because of just one or two, like, fuck, it's fuck day. I remember people saying to me, well, your dad has a business, go work for him. And I'm like, what do you mean go work for him? I don't want to work somewhere else. And I should have just stayed working somewhere else. I could have had a way better thing. You start to grow You start to grow as a person. You never hang around your family as much. Like, don't do it. Just go and fucking start growing. If you sit around hanging out with your family, thinking your family are going to be anything like it's like some kind of solid unit, you must be joking with everything in the whole world. You're risking your whole life. That's all I can tell you. You're risking your whole life by wasting your time hanging around, fucking waiting for something to change. It's dumb to think that way. I don't know. I guess that's my last video was too real for whoever, but they probably went to sleep finally. It's like it's 3:00 in the morning, man. I'm gonna listen to that. I guess they did. Maybe they fell asleep listening to me. Whoever that one person was that was listening, could have been the rcmp, snatching, grabbing, grab, snatching. They call their software snatch and grab. That's what this one cop says to me. He says, "Oh yeah, we use the snatch and grab software." That's what they called it. It was written somewhere or something. Maybe I don't know, but I know that's what they called their software, snatch and grab. I use the snatch and grab software to obtain the videos from Mr. Lakeman's YouTube. Really? You did, eh? Well, snatch and grab it. There, Donald Trump. Isn't that wild? 9.9%. Holy shit. I wonder what it's going to be this time next year. 13%. This is going to be worse than this is going to be worse than when the oil field closed and all those guys were on meth or cocaine or whatever, right? Then they had their drug addiction going on, and then the COVID came and just killed a lot of them that were where they worked in the oil field, and they were like roughnecks, and they were all cool and everything was great. They had a bunch of buddies hanging out with them, and then they all started doing drugs, and then COVID hit. They lost. Well, no, the downturn in the oil field, and then the economic fucking desolation of COVID, and then here, so that raised it. This is up from 7.4% in 2021. Like I said, guys, it's right there, 9.9% in 2022. Holy fuck! What is it today? Fuck! I didn't get it. That's not a valid statistic today. What is it in 2024? That's 2022. So that was exactly what that is the exact rate of exactly what I said of decline. 2023 or 2024. Let's see what it is. Projected to increase. That's all they're saying now. 20. Let's see 2024. Because I know, because I said that. I said it. It doesn't say what the statistic anymore. It says projected to increase again. So the government is not close to half of First Nations people. 45%. More than half. Reported it was difficult or very difficult. Oh, yeah. So we're looking, I'm saying right now, what is it? Average poverty gap was 32.4%. Average shortfall between poverty line was 32.4% of the poverty line. 2024, half of the Inuit. See, they don't have it as a definite overall statistic. That's why, because they are propagating the misconception that it's still at 10%. That's what they were doing. They're propagating what? A new modeling approach. Yes, a new modeling approach needs to be happening right now, guys. Dashboards, indicators, and trends, April 2024. It's fucked. This is crazy. It's so hilarious. 2022. Oh man, we're going way up. We must be at 17 to 18% or something. We must be 16.5 unmet health needs, average percentages. 31%. Everything's going bad. Low income entry and exit rates. Entry rates, 61% entry rate, 28% exit. Holy, oh man, and even when? Previous value. Holy shit. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. It's exactly what I was saying it was. I can't believe it. When I look up the statistics after I make a prediction, I'm like, well, you know what? We could be worse off than Mexico. Well, fuck, population wise, statistically wise, yeah, we are. I think we're worse off than Mexico, actually, guys, statistically already. They won't say. It doesn't have any recent statistics. Where can I find some more? This is Canada's official poverty board dashboard indicators trends in April 2024. Well, that was last year. So they're not even bringing it up to date by a month, by 6 months even. They're not doing nothing. They are. This is Stats Can thing, guys. That's hilarious. All I can say is, guys, you're looking at a dim future, and it's because of the RCMP. That's why. It's because small town sheriffs in like the United States and small town people are the worst. They create kind of a fiefdom, and it kills people's ability to work. It totally destroys a community. Once people like do this to their own community, they're like, well, now we have this, and then they start to harass people. That's the saddest thing. And breaking the laws by police like that, that's where people lose sight of the bigger picture of life. I haven't been able to think about this for a while. I've got a lot to say. That's kind of a nice distraction to know that the fucking decline in the economy is so great that when I'm dead, fucking you guys are all going to be broke as well. Whoops, sorry. I find it hilarious. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a pessimist nowadays. You know what I mean? I used to be like optimism. Oh, fuck, that's everything sunshine and roses and blah, blah, blah. Well, it is. It is. But for the fact that people live on Earth and they're just fucking things up so greatly and everybody allows it to happen. That's great to feel this way, to know the truth. And God, God, I think is only comfort in existence that you have as a something that's, well, this is how I felt. This is how I feel of life. It's God, and so you create God, because I know people have never defined who God is, what God is, in a person's life. I think that's what it is. It's just the comfort you feel from believing in this great thing that seems like the whole world's lost, and that it seems like all constantly. And that's the thing about the religion. I think it's like you feel like you're constantly losing what you value in life, right? Throughout life. That's why I think if you want to still believe, it's great. Like I feel when I want to believe. The feelings that I have are so much different than saying, you know what, really, this is the reality. Once the chemical, biological brain functioning stops, you're dead, right? And you're like, well, fuck, because what are you going to say after? Once your chemical, biological functioning stop happening, like the spark of life leaves you. Well, that's true. So it's like, I mean, it's not like, well, Dale Lakeman got up and walked away somewhere. You like to think that the ghost stories or the life after death stories. Well, I died and I came back to life. Well, so is that what you were imagining death to be? Because some people have terrible experiences. They say, I died and I came back to life. I had a terrible experience. Or I came back to life. It was a terrible experience when I was dead, and I feel so great now. I want to share the great news of God is the glorious gift that brought me back to life. So I don't know. So, and that's the way I feel. Like I just said, God is great. God is alive. Well, how I feel like I'm coming back to life. I feel like I'm coming back to hope. I feel like I'm coming back to faith. You know what I mean? And so is that the way out of poverty? Well, even though I don't have anything, even though I feel I don't have anything, I still do have something because I have faith and I'm eating. I have food. And I mean, if you don't have food, go and ask somebody for food. They'll give you food. People are willing to share food with you to help you as a sign of we care about other people. It's a creative expression of compassion to share food. It's one of the complex things that it's a complex thought, but I mean, there's a complex way. You have to get food. They have to pay for food. They have to grow food, etc. So it's like, well, hey, I'm doing this not just for myself. I'm doing this for other people, sharing my food. That's something people like to do. I think that's a good thing because that's one thing people actually need is food. So that's the thing. So, and hope. So that's another thing, but it comes from within. So is God real? He's really within. He's real within the spirit of how you want God to be. But does he exist? I don't think, and that's why people have never defined a total concept of God as that, but as, well, it's comfort, it's faith, it's hope and love, blah, blah, blah. So it's wordisms again. But yeah, what the fuck? We could be worse off than Mexico, guys. Is that fucking rank? I think we are. Statistically, if you look at it, and if you look at what it should be, like compared to, like, I mean, the population, dissolution of wealth over the population. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. We are going down fast. The new Mexico. You know, if we're going to compare it to something that we think is less than us. But yeah, Mexico, God bless us. So if we align with Mexico, we might still be able to improve our economy. We'll let more Mexicans come to our place because they're not being allowed to go to United States. So we let the Mexicans and all these people from Mexico, well, alleged Mexicans, some of these people could be people that have come across the border and they can fake being Mexicans. Then maybe we'd be okay. I'm not sure. Literacy and numeracy. It's going down. It's going down. Literacy down. Everything's down. Yeah, the illiteracy, low literacy, and low numeracy. Holy fuck! So you can't do math. You can't read or write. 31%, 32.5. You can't do math. Fuck. Pardon me. I had to learn math on my own because I always thought I was too smart. I found it hard to learn math in the normal sense. I would really rather, and so that's when geometry came in and all that kind of stuff. That's when I really, the abstract math, the what do they call it? Darn, algebra. That's when I started to look at math more better. Well, that's terrible, eh? That's fucking hilarious, man. Just exactly what I predicted it to be is exactly the way it is, and they won't even do anything here. Surveys and statistics. Maybe if we looked on the census engagement. Man, it's terrible. Analysis. Let's go to some analyses. Analyses. Pardon me. They've got more closer, better statistics on, pardon me, sale of alcoholic beverages and cannabis. This is terrible. Oh, we have some new some new statistics here. Let's look at these. Changes in the health of Canadians' access to health care, business conditions in Canada. To February 6th, the business. Top obstacles expected by businesses over the next 3 months. Holy fuck. Well, that's going to go down. A lot of these are going down. Businesses expect to increase their average wages. They're doing all the good things. They have statistics for things that are possible that would be good for people, when in fact that's not gonna happen. None of this is gonna happen. Not now. It's statistics and analysis of statistics based on the bias of propagation, right? That's the thing about the government. It's a propaganda machine. I think I wasted my time because of I know it is a wasted time, but it's something that I want to think about other than this just bullshit of being harassed every day, all day. So that's the thing that gets in the way of like living your life. Can't enjoy anything. Can't enjoy politics. Oh, well, he's talking about politics. What does he know? I don't know. Have you guys looked at any of this stuff? Have you thought about any of this? Maybe you have for about 25 seconds. Or you said something stupid about it, or somebody else said something stupid to you about it, and you listened, or you believed in that. I said things to people, and they say something really stupid, and I'm like, yeah, because you can't argue with people that are adamant in their opinion. Like, for instance, nah, fuck Trudeau. Trudeau's fucking it all up and blah, blah, blah. They're always saying that, but Trudeau's not in charge of the world economic state. It's Donald Trump, for one thing. The other thing is Trudeau's just like anybody else. What are they going to elect? We're going to have Amanda Jolie or the other one, Blinky. What's her name? Linda. What's her name? I can't remember the other one's name. One of these female we're going to have for a prime minister. I think it'll be Blinky, but it might be Angelina Jolie or whatever. What's her name? Melanie Jolie. I don't think she's related to Angelina Jolie, is she? I think that's a totally different name, right? Yeah, it's a Y. It's an IE. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think of that? Canada earns an F on addressing largest increase in child poverty rates. National Advisory Council on Poverty. Wow. The poverty rate was 9.9% in 2019. That's their 2021. Percent of population below the poverty line 5 years from Canadian County, Oklahoma, according to the United States, in Canadian County. I wonder how those guys feel about being the 51st state. There's already a Canadian county. How the fuck do those guys feel about being the 51st state of Canada? United States. Let's make them our 11th province. How's that sound? Let's make United States our 11th province, guys. Let's fucking make it a province. They're pretty small states. I mean, shit. So that's the thing about fiefdoms, right? So in the United States, it's worse than ever. Fuck, you only got 400 people running the whole world. Imagine how many people run a state, right? It's only like 3 people or something, right? There's only 2 people in the whole state of Oklahoma that own this place. You fuck with Christine Nome, you get fucked over. You fuck with George, whoever it is, George Sutherland in Canada County, you get fucked over. There is a Canadian county. Canadian County, Oklahoma. What do those Canadians feel like, I wonder, about becoming the 51st state? We're here with Canadian County, Oklahoma. Well, I don't know about this old Canadian County thing. I still want to be the 51st. We're Oklahoma. We're in Oklahoma. We're not in Canada. I wonder if they're going to change their name to United States County, Oklahoma. You know what I mean? Fuck, these guys are fucking unpatriotic. Canadian County. It's kind of fucked up, guys. I mean, are they Canadians? I gotta look this up. This is a new story here. New stream. Now it's about Canadian County, Oklahoma.